Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of NovaJoe's Halloween Show. And in today's episode, we're going to take a look at the spooky Halloween title for the Atari 2600 called Frankenstein's Monster. Now, Frankenstein's Monster was put out in 1983 by a company named Data Age. They put out a handful of Atari titles, not very many, before they just disappeared, probably considering this game came out in 1983, which was also the same year as the video game Crash, which I do believe saw a lot of companies just kind of fold due to the glut of stuff that was out there. It was just too much for them to stay in business. However, Data Age did put out this title. I do have one more Data Age title, which is a lot of fun, actually. So who knows? Maybe had they stayed in business, they might have put out a lot more really fun titles. Now, Frankenstein's Monster, it is a two-screen game. And it feels a lot like Pitfall. So those of you who are aware of Activision's Pitfall title, you'll know what I'm talking about when you see the game screens here. You are tasked with stopping, you're like a villager who's going through You're a villager going through Dr. Frankenstein's castle, trying to stop him from finishing, you know what, it's just too hard for me to try to say. Let me just read you the back of the box. Alright, here we go. In the cold, dark night, you make your way through the ghoulish castle of Dr. Frankenstein. There you must prevent him from completing his creation. Your only chance is to gather stones from the dungeon and bring them to the tower where you must build a barricade around Frankenstein's monster before he has accumulated enough energy to come alive. To succeed, you will have to move fast, avoiding poisonous spiders, vampire bats, and terrifying ghosts. Complete the job, and the village will be safe forever. So, and there is the cover. This, and I actually bought a case for this one because this game is one of my favorites, and so I bought a case for it just because, yeah, I just really wanted to do something cool for one of my favorite Atari titles. So, yeah, basically you are a villager and you're trying to stop Dr. Frankenstein from finishing his monster. And so you have to make it to the bottom of the first screen, gather a stone, climb back up to the top. And when you do climb back up to the top, you go to a second screen where you have to dodge all these vampire bats to try to get up to the monster to put the stone. And you have to do this 6 times. And each time you traverse down to the bottom, it changes up and gets more difficult. This is a very difficult, a very difficult title. It's one that I have tried to beat repeatedly, and I have only ever beat it once. And you're going to see it here in this video. I tell you what, I jumped up and down like I was 10 years old again when I beat it because it was so satisfying to stop the monster finally, because I had seen that game over screen so many times, and you're going to see that game over screen, and it is one of the best game over screens that there has ever been for an Atari title. But you know what? I got sick of seeing it, and I wanted to see the victory screen. So you guys are going to see it here because I finally managed to do it. I finally managed to put all the bricks around Frankenstein and stuff, or around Frankenstein's monster, and stop him from coming to life. So, all right, guys, let's jump on into Frankenstein's Monster for the Atari 2600. All right, guys, here we go. And what I'm going to do is 2 playthroughs. One where I lose so that you guys can see the really awesome ending animation there with Frankenstein's monster busting loose. And then I'm going to do a playthrough where I actually win. So I'm going to do 2. It won't take too long here. But what you got to do is you got to get your little man from the top down to the bottom and collect a brick. And as you can see here, I've collected one of them, and I'm heading up here to the green section. Well, once you do that, you then have to get up to one of the little pillars, the side to the left or right of Frankenstein, or to the left or right of the monster, and drop it off. Now, each time that you deliver one of those bricks, those vampire bat sections get crazier and can be absolutely infuriating. But they are nothing compared to trying to land on the little platforms down over the pool of acid. So, alright, now, the enemies, all they do is freeze you in place and steal points. So you don't want to... And I just lost a life. Alright, first life down. But like I was saying, touching the enemies just freezes you in place. And sometimes they will
freeze you in place over top of a pit, and then you're going to fall and die. So here we go. Just got another brick. Foot placement is everything here. Guys, y'all don't have any clue. See? Down in the drink for the second life. I have played through this numerous times, and I've only ever beaten it once. And you're going to see me actually beat it. And when I say numerous times, we're talking dozens and dozens of times. Alright. Let's see how far I can get. Like I said, foot placement is everything. You've got to get it down pat where your feet need to be. If you touch an enemy, they just freeze you in place and cost you points. So try not to touch the enemies. Alright, here we go. Now, the bats are starting to get a little bit more erratic, and it gets even crazier. This is nothing compared to the other ones. Alright. 2 bricks have been delivered. Alright, platform's moving down at the bottom now. This is where it starts to get harder and harder. Alright, be careful. Don't jump down the pit. Alright. There we go. And yeah, don't want to touch them because you lose points. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a shortcut here, and it'll actually cost me. I just lost some points there. Now what I'm going to do is go through this pit as a shortcut. It'll cost me some points, but it saves me some traveling. There we go through there. Now the big thing is don't jump when the spiders are coming down, or they'll freeze you in place and you'll fall in the acid. Alright, here we go. Got another brick. And jump. Alright, here we go. Alright, so far so good. And as you can see there, you get more holes too, and the holes get you gotta have foot placement, like I said, perfect, or you're in trouble. Wait till you see the craziness of the bats now. All over the place. And this, they are going to drive you back down to the bottom of the screen over and over again, especially the further along you get. I think I've delivered 3 bricks. I got to do it 6 times. That was close. I almost lost my final life there. But yeah, they get so erratic, as you're going to see, that it, oh my gosh, it can take you forever. And the whole time that you're trying to get back up to the top, lightning or electricity is pumping into the monster, filling him up. And once he is fully green, he then comes out. So you got a timer going against you as well. So yeah, he's getting filled to the brim with electricity, and he's going to come to life. So I got to hurry up and do this 6 times before the electricity fills him to max. And I got to be careful not to fall down into the water again. Alright, here we go. And got frozen. Lost some points. This is crazy. This is where it's absolutely crazy. Okay, his head is partially full. Trying to get up there gets harder and harder and harder. And there we go. Got it. Okay. But he's just a smidge away from getting loose. Now I lost my life. Here it is. And look at the scaling here. It gets bigger and bigger. And he's coming right at the screen, and bam, you're dead. Alright guys, let's go ahead and see a winning playthrough. Starting now. Alright, here we go. Back down. Jump. Dodge. Turn around, take the shortcut. Jump over, grab the brick, and make our way back. Alright, here we go. Jump. Oh yeah, they really treat you well on this first go round. It's so easy getting down there that first time. Just gets a little bit more insane each time. Yep, run up, there we go. First one done. Now it starts getting uglier. And now we got little bricks down here. Little platforms, I mean. Watch out for the spiders. Don't jump when they're coming down. Get your footing right. Jump back up. Jump over. Alright. Just one spider to contend with. Yeah, he'll change his direction, so you just gotta watch him. Don't want him to freeze you over a pit. Watch out for the ghost. You can't jump over him. Once you get to the top, you can't jump at all. Not sure why, but you can't. Alright. Trying to get back up to one of the pillars. And yeah, just keep driving you back down. Alright, now we got 4 openings to potentially fall through. There we go. And we got a big moving platform instead of a stationary one like before. Alright, be careful. Alright. Feet placement perfect. Don't jump too late. Don't jump too soon. There we go. My gosh, guys, I had so much trouble. Like I said, I played through this dozens of times. And when I finally beat it, I was so elated. It felt so good. It was like, it was so satisfying. So satisfying. Something I don't sense a lot anymore when I play games. And I did with this one just because of how challenging it was. Alright, here we go. Sporadic vampire bats again. More sporadic than last time. And we're about halfway there now. Still got 3 lives. Alright, now we're dealing with 3 spiders on each end. Alright, now this is where it gets difficult. You gotta learn where to stand over on the left side of the bank, so you know where to jump. Then you gotta know when to jump based on how the movement of the platforms is, because there's just a certain distance you can go. And jump, land in the center, back up. And jump again as soon as it touches that edge there. Alright, be careful not. You want to back up because you can fall through those holes very easily if your feet placement isn't right. There we go. Careful. Watch out for Mr. Ghost. Alright, now. Yeah, and it's getting crazier. It's getting crazy. You'll get almost there, and then the bats will push you right straight back down to the bottom. And it can, oh my gosh, you'll be ready to pull your hair out on some of these. Because look at this. It's hard to gauge. There's a lot of luck in here, too. A lot of luck with getting through this. So frustrating. And then you get right there, and they'll push you right back down to the bottom again. Come on. There we go. Got it. Now we're getting into the ugly stuff. This is where, I think this is where the platforms start disappearing. They'll flash. Oh, yep, there it goes. It's going to flash and then disappear. And you don't want to be standing on it when it's flashing. Alright, here we go. Take a shortcut down. Get the brick. Kind of wait, but at the same time, you got to remember that electricity's filling up Mr. Monster up there. So you can't wait forever. So you got to time it just right. Okay, so made it across the disappearing platform. Get your feet right. Don't fall down the hole. And I fell in the hole and lost my first life. Alright, here we go again. Starts getting nerve-wracking. Just, because it's like you're doing so good, then you lose a life, and it's like, oh crap, I'm gonna lose another life real quick because I think this is the 5th one. It gets crazy. This is the 5th brick, I believe. All right, it's not disappearing. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Yes. Yeah, once you hit about the 5th brick, everything's crazier. And you got, like I said, footing. It has to be perfect. There we go. Watch out for the spider. It's going to freeze you. Don't jump if they're going across the pit. If the spider's going across the pit, or you're going to hit him. Here comes the insanity. Almost. Just about. Oh, I did that one better than I thought I would. Oh, now for the real craziness. 3 little platforms that disappear. Fun times, fun times. And a bigger spider to contend with. Alright, make sure you're in the right spot on the bank over here. And jump. There we go. Made it to the middle. Jump again just as soon as that that far right platform touches the bank on the right. Alright, now they're flashing, so you gotta wait. As you can see, Frankenstein's almost full. He's got nothing but a head left. And that electricity is pumping into him ever so many moments. Alright, jump. Oh, no. One life left. And Frankenstein is waiting for nobody. He is... Yeah. That was pure luck. Pure luck. I fell down the hole and just luckily landed on the platform. I just want to thank God for that. I was like, please, Lord, let me beat this. So I will just chalk that up to a blessing from God that I fell through at the right time. Oh, there we go. There we go. And when it starts coming back toward you, when the platforms start moving back toward you and you jump, you can skip a whole platform in the middle. Jump across. Jump up. Here we go. Final ascent. Am I going to make it? Got it. And there you go, guys. Frankenstein's monster has been defeated. And there's the ending screen there with him just collapsing little bit by little bit until there's nothing left. All right, guys, that is Frankenstein's monster for the Atari 2600, a Halloween favorite, and one of the few spooky games that they put out for the Atari 2600. All right, guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. And if you'd like to support the channel financially, you can by going to patreon.com/EDS Central. All right, guys, happy Halloween. And as always, take care. God bless and keep on gaming. I'll be back very soon.